Welcome to another episode of Immune Life. I am your host today, Pei Ling. This week, we are going to discuss selenium and immune functions. Selenium can help in improving cognition and maintaining thyroid hormone metabolism, as well as protecting the body from oxidative damage and infection. What and how exactly does selenium contribute to our immune system? That's the highlight of today's episode. Now, let's have a look at our street interview and see how deeply the public understands selenium and its functions in the immune system. Hello ladies and gentlemen, here we are on a random street and now we are going to interview two people and see how much they know about selenium. Let's go! So, have you heard of Immune Life before? Our topic of discussion this week is selenium. Do you know what selenium is?
Yes.
Yes, from chemistry class. True or false questions for you. Number 1. Selenium is a micronutrient under the group of vitamins. True or false?
False, I think.
True, I think. Number 2. The risk of getting the influenza viral infection can be reduced when the amount of selenium is sufficient in our body. True or false?
I think it's true.
False. Which disease do you think selenium can prevent? Prostate cancer or dementia?
Dementia.
Prostate cancer, I guess. Okay, thank you for your time. Let's wave a goodbye to our audience.
Bye-bye.
Welcome back. So it seems like the public still has a lack of knowledge about selenium towards the immune system. Don't worry, let us now welcome Dr. Chong and Dr. Lam to bring us more information about selenium and its immune functions. Hi Dr. Chong and Dr. Lam, we are glad to have both of you on our show today. Can we know what is the function of selenium and how it performs its function in the immune system?
Well, selenium is an essential micronutrient that affects various health effects of human health, such as preventing the development of viral infections. Viral infections are associated with an increase in reactive oxygen species, ROS, which has advantageous effects for the viral processes to maintain their infection cycle. When viral infection created an unbalanced condition in the body will undergo oxidative stress, which will lead to adverse health effects.
Oh, it seems like oxidative stress can cause tragic consequences to our human health. But how does selenium actually work to prevent viral infection? Could you please elaborate?
Selenium acts in redox regulation in the form of selenocysteine, which belongs to the protein family called selenoprotein. There are two main selenium-containing antioxidative enzymes, thioredoxin reductase (TSNRD) and glutathione peroxidase (GPX). Both of them act as antioxidants to fight against free radicals produced as a result of the immunological response during viral infection. The TSNRD defense controls the activation of nuclear factor erythroid-2-related factor 2 to protect cells from oxidative stress and inflammation, while the GPX antioxidant defense involves the reduction of hydroperoxides and metabolized antioxidants by oxidizing glutathione to glutathione disulfide.
Oh, I see. Are there any experimental evidence or examples that can be used to further enlighten us?
Let us use influenza as an example. Influenza is a common and contagious viral infection that attacks the body's respiratory system. And, in fact, type A influenza may potentially cause an outbreak because it spreads by droplets and it mutates faster. Based on a study done by the Bat Laboratory regarding the mouse model infection with RNA virus of influenza A, the virus undergoes increased mutational alteration in genomic RNA during selenium deficiency. Compared to selenium-adequate mice, selenium-deficient mice infected with influenza virus have lower levels of macrophages, CD8 and CD4 cells in the lungs, as well as a greater number of total cells lavaged from the lungs, which indicates high levels of oxidative stress that cause the inflammation. Therefore, studies prove the essential role of selenium in triggering the immune response against influenza A by changing its virulence and altering the immune response of the host.
Okay, so now that we know about the mechanism of selenium towards viral infection shared by Dr. Lam, what else does selenium do to help human immunity? Perhaps Dr. Chong could share us some of your knowledge?
Sure. Selenium is also being reported to have the ability to reduce the risk of cancer and inhibit the growth of cancer cells. According to Hoffman and Berry, studies have shown that selenium use can potentially decrease the risk of lung cancer, colorectal cancer, and prostate cancer. It is also involved in cancer treatment by incorporating chemotherapy and radiation.
Wow, I never knew selenium could have such an amazing function. It is quite a surprise. Could you please explain more on this?
Selenium exhibits its anti-cancer properties through different pathways, either directly or indirectly through selenoproteins of selenium.
This includes the antioxidant protection of DNA, stimulation of DNA repair, cell cycle progression modulation, as well as inhibition of tumor cell invasion.
Interesting. Could you share us more information regarding the anti-cancer properties of selenium with us?
Well, studies have revealed that selenium methionine can activate the p53 tumor suppressor gene and enhance the p53-dependent DNA repair. In fact, cancer cells will not undergo apoptosis by itself due to the presence of B-cell lymphoma 2 protein, which inhibits the cell from killing itself. Luckily, selenium does have the ability to stop this action.
There is a protease enzyme known as caspase-8 that stimulates the release of methylselenic acid, which in turn induces the apoptosis of cancer cells. On the other hand, selenium supplementation may potentially reduce the activation of nuclear factor kappa B, as it increases the expression of anti-apoptotic genes. Furthermore, the enhancement of cyclin-dependent kinase inhibitor P21 by the selenite supplements, which is an inorganic form of selenium, tends to induce cell cycle arrest and apoptosis in human prostate cancer cells. Additionally, selenium metabolites take part in the selective inactivation of protein kinase C, which results in the inhibition of tumor promotion and cell growth.
Generally, selenium in methyl form can directly influence cell cycle control and apoptosis.
Okay, so as Dr. Lam has mentioned that selenium plays an antioxidative role, are there any similarities between the mechanisms of selenium towards viral infection and cancer immunity?
Yes, cancer can also be caused by oxidative stress. Hence, selenium also exerts its anti-cancer effects via its antioxidant properties. It regulates the redox active protein expression and modulates the intracellular redox status.
The mechanism is similar to what Dr. Lam has mentioned just now.
Selenium acts as an essential part of glutathione peroxidase because it enhances the antioxidant capacity of the intracellular redox system and prevents the accumulation of free radicals, which in turn reduces the cellular damage.
Wow, that's really informative to have heard from Dr. Chong and Dr. Lam. Well, today we have also invited a professional in this field too. Professor Lim Hui Min, who is currently in England, is doing her research work in discovering the functions of selenium in viral infection and cancer immunity. Without further ado, let us now connect our call with her now. Hi, Professor Lim, could you hear us clearly?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Hi, Dr. Len and Dr. Chong. Nice to meet you.
That's great, Professor Lim. Could you share with us your current findings to your research?
Okay, my research has proven that selenium can help in preventing viral infections. Selenium has been discovered to be crucial for maintaining T-cell maturation and functions, as well as for the production of T-cell dependent antibodies. Selenium shortage in the human body will increase the virulence and cause viral diseases like influenza A, which is what Dr. Lam has mentioned just now.
Oh, I see. So how do we link selenium with the T-cell maturation and the production of T-cell dependent antibodies?
In a study on animals, Nelson et al. Discovered that mice with inadequate levels of selenium experience more severe lung pathology because of influenza virus infection. This is due to the selenium's role in controlling the CD4 T-cell response, which is crucial for the antiviral impact. Selenium increases the CD4 T-cell activation, proliferation, and differentiation, as well as the T-cell receptor signaling and production of a cytokine, interleukin-2.
Professor, what else from your research could you share with us regarding the viral infection?
Selenium also plays a crucial role in the cytotoxic effector cells like CD8 T cells and natural killer cells. In CD8 T cells, tumor necrosis factor alpha and interferon gamma exert antiviral actions against the influenza virus. A sufficient intake of selenium can boost the population of human peripheral blood lymphocytes, which in turn can improve the cytotoxicity of CD8 T cells. The lytic activity of natural killer cells from human peripheral blood lymphocytes can likewise be increased by selenium.
Okay, Professor Lim. So how about the role of selenium in cancer immunity? Dr. Chong has given us insights that selenium has anti-cancer properties.
Selenium is indeed important in cancer immunity. The diverse activity of selenoproteins, notably their functions in redox homeostasis, are thought to be primarily responsible for the immunomodulatory effects of selenium. Selenoproteins are thought to play a major role in mediating the antioxidant effects of selenium by using their selenocysteine residues to catalyze redox-based processes in the cell, blood, and intestine. For instance, breast cancer cells, which are selenophilia cancer cells, have higher levels of selenoproteins protecting them from ferroptosis. Selenium is integrated into selenoenzymes that have an antioxidant function like GPX to catalyze the reduction of peroxides, which protects against ROS. Other selenoproteins, including TXRD and methionine R-sulfoxide reductase 1, also contribute significantly to controlling redox activity and repairing immune cells harmed by oxidative stress. For instance, the expression of selenoproteins, interferon gamma, and interleukin 6 must be stimulated by enough selenium in healthy mice. In addition, human intervention research shows that eating foods enriched with selenium with 200 grams per meal for 3 days raises the levels of the inflammatory cytokines interleukin 2, 4, 5, 13, and 22, indicating an activated T helper type 2, which gives response against pathogens such as the amoeba parasites.
Thank you so much, Professor Lim, for giving us clarification and extra information on the functions of selenium in the human immune system. To wrap up today's episode, let us review some of the main points of selenium and its functions in our immune responses. As Dr. Chong, Dr. Lam, and Professor Lim have mentioned, selenium is a vital micronutrient that serves several roles in viral infections and cancer immunity. The two main selenium-containing antioxidative enzymes, thioredoxin reductase and glutathione peroxidase, neutralize free radicals generated as a result of the immune system's reaction to a viral infection. The activation, proliferation, and differentiation of CD4 T cells, as well as T cell receptor activation and the production of the cytokine interleukin 2 are all boosted by selenium. Besides that, selenoproteins that are useful in the redox homeostasis are believed to be the main cause of selenium's immunomodulatory effects. Through the use of their selenocysteine residues to accelerate redox-based activities in the cell, blood, and gut, selenoproteins are important in mediating the antioxidant effects of selenium. Other than that, the anti-cancer properties of selenium include enhancing DNA antioxidant effects, promoting DNA repair, controlling cell cycle progression, and preventing tumor cell invasion. I believe our audience has gained a lot of useful information today. That's the end of our episode for today. Thank you for your time being with us here, and see you again in our next episode of Immune Life. Goodbye!
Okay, cut! Finally, we can submit our own work now. Whoa! 1, 2, 3!
The TXNRD defense controls the active version 很难的，我觉得这个。Selenium is an essential micronutrient that affects various aspects. Well, selenium is.
你在挑战 cameraman 的手。
Well, selenium is an 友情促进的手会有累。As Dr. Lam, Dr. Chong， 忘记了 Dr. Chong 我忘记了。Dr. Lam, Dr. Chong 我同学。这个女生哦，别忘记哦。